When collaborating with a team of people, does keeping track of your emails, files, and meetings leave you feeling overwhelmed? Microsoft Teams lets you access and organize your meetings and information all in one place. Microsoft Teams is available to download from teams.microsoft.com. When you launch the app, your screen will be divided into a few sections. The navigation bar on the left side has icons to help you navigate. The search bar at the top can be used to quickly find content anywhere within your Teams. In the top right corner, you can access your profile to adjust settings or sign out from Teams. One thing to note is that if you go to your profile settings page, you can go to your privacy settings to turn read receipts on or off. Read receipts let you and your team know when messages have been read, and you can disable them if you'd want to. You'll probably want to begin by setting up your team. The Teams page is where you can join or create a team to access the group's information. If you choose Join or Create a Team, you will then see a page where you can create a new team or join a team using a code. If you create a team, you'll see some options to help you get started. You can give your team a name, description, and you can set your team as private or public. You might get a screen asking you to add people to your team. You can add team members at this time or skip for later. Whether you created or joined, your team should be visible in your Teams list. If you click the ellipses next to your team name, you should see a list of useful options to control different aspects of your team, including the option to get a link that you can share with others to invite them to join. Channels are sections within your team that allow you to organize information by separate projects or topics. You can view your team channels from the Teams tab underneath your team name. Initially, there will only be one channel, but you can create as many as you need. Click the ellipses to open your team options and select Add Channel to create a new one. When creating a new channel, you can give it a name, description, and choose how team members can access and view the channel. If you set a channel to be private, you can choose which team members will be able to view it. Once complete, click Add. Your new channel should be open. If not, select it from the list of channels below your team name. Each channel comes with a few sections that you can access through the tabs at the top of the page. There are also buttons to start a video meeting with your team and edit the channel information. The Posts section is where your team's conversations are stored for that channel. Let's go ahead and start a new conversation. You can use the toolbar icons below your post to access formatting tools, insert links, emojis, stickers, and more. The Format button will expand your composition box with tools to change your text formatting. If you type an @ symbol and begin typing the name of a team member or a group, you can mention them in your post. When you send your message, it will notify them that they've been mentioned. Click the Send button to send your message. The Files section is where files related to the channel are stored. There are a variety of tools here. You can create new folders and documents, upload files, and use other tools to share and access your files in other platforms. When you upload files, they will be visible here. The Wiki tab is like a bulletin board that all team members can view and edit, and is useful for posting important team information in a place where it can be easily referenced. The plus button next to the Wiki tab lets you add new tabs to your channel. There are many options and features to explore with your teams. It's often helpful to view your team's recent activity. The Activity tabs show what your team has been up to lately. In the feed, you will see if anyone mentioned you, replied to your posts, or other notifications. Clicking on an entry will take you to it. Clicking on the Filter button will give you filter options to view specific types of activity. You can also switch to My Activity to see a list of your own recent team actions. In addition to the conversations you have within channels, you can chat with teammates anytime. The Chat tab is where you can send private messages or video conversations one-on-one or with a group. Click the New Chat button to start a new chat. Begin by entering the people or groups that you want to include in your chat, and then type your message at the bottom. There are also buttons to turn any open chat into a video or audio call. You can also share your screen, add people to the chat, and you can open the conversation in a separate window so that you can continue chatting while working on other things. Your chat history will be stored for up to 6 months. You can manage your upcoming events from your calendar. The Calendar tab is where you can view your scheduled events, you can start a meeting immediately, or schedule a meeting and get a link to invite people. When scheduling a meeting, you will be asked to give the meeting name and time. Your meeting will then appear on your calendar. When it's time for a meeting to start, there are multiple ways to join. First, find the meeting in your Teams or Outlook calendar. To join on your device, click the Join button. This will automatically launch the Teams application and prompt you to determine your video and audio options. If you would like to dial into the meeting, open the meeting's details in Teams or Outlook. Listed in each meeting's description, you will find the call-in options. Dial the meeting information and join by phone. The Calls tab is where you can make calls, track history, and check voicemail. This section only tracks calls made between individuals and doesn't include meeting information. The Files tab includes your connected cloud storage as well as documents you and your group have shared or uploaded in Teams. The Recent section displays files that you have received, sent, or viewed. These files, like items sent in chat, are stored in a folder located in OneDrive. Files that are available to your entire group are stored under the Documents tab of the group's SharePoint site. Files can be opened directly in Teams or opened in a web browser through SharePoint. In addition to the items already in the navigation sidebar, you can add functionality to your Teams by clicking the ellipses below the file icon. There, you can see a few suggested apps or click More Apps to view many more that you can add to your Teams. You should now have an understanding of the basic tools to begin using Microsoft Teams. If you need help, contact AskIT at askit@uab.edu or by calling 205-996-5555.